It is Thursday morning, October the 19th. How are ya? Rise and shine, my friends. It's time for Coffee Talk. I'm WESH 2 first warning meteorologist Eric Burris. It's beautiful outside. I was off this morning, so I was able to take the kids to school. Well, one of them. The other went to school in the other car, but I was able to take one of the kids to school. It was a beautiful morning. Hope you're enjoying it. It is just lovely outside. Look at that tower cam shot. Look at that. New Smyrna Beach. Not many people out walking, but if I was there, I'll tell you what, that's what I would be doing right now. I would be doing anything I could to go for a walk in this weather. It's so pretty. Oh man, excuse me. It is just so pretty out. First warning live Doppler radar. No surprise, completely rain-free. Temperatures are looking just delicious outside, aren't they? 64 degrees right now in Orlando. It's 57 in Leesburg, 54 degrees in Ocala. Oh man, that is so nice. That is so nice. Let's look around Orange County a little bit, shall we? See what's doing on our neighborhood sensors. 65 in downtown Orlando, 62 out at UCF, 61 degrees in Magnolia Park. Volusia County, we were just looking at that tower cam. Look at the difference in temperatures from the beach side versus inland. 61 in New Smyrna Beach, it's 55 in Samsula, 54 in Orange City, and 52 degrees in De Leon Springs. So that's lovely. Marion County, one of our cooler spots. Let's look up by you. 49 in Reddick right now. 56 in McIntosh, but you're like right on the lake there. Citra at 50 degrees. 54 degrees at the Ocala airport, but it's 51 degrees in Ocala. So either way, we are looking just fantastic. Look at the forecast for the day ahead. These temperatures are climbing, and it's going to be beautiful. Lunchtime temperature, 78, 79 degrees. Getting milder for sure. By 3 o'clock this afternoon, 83 degrees. Oh, is that just beautiful. A mix of clouds and sunshine today. So nice. So nice. So nice. So let me take a pause. Campeche. And say good morning to you. David, good morning to you. Nancy, how are ya? Marie, good morning. Marissa, good morning to you. Pat, good morning, good morning. Just lovely outside. So where do we go temperature-wise, all right? So average high is 84 degrees. We'll do 83 in the city. So we're definitely getting back to normals, right? We're definitely getting there. 81 in Sanford, 81 degrees in DeLand, 78 Daytona Beach, 79 degrees in New Smyrna Beach. So we're looking good on truly on all fronts. No matter where in Central Florida you are, I spy with my little eye great weather. Yeah, truthfully great weather. I'm going to go for a ride on my bike, A1A Beachside. The weather is beautiful. Well, and you talk about bikes, we've got a couple of pretty big events going on. Are you aware, my friends, that there's a little bike event going on over in Daytona Beach the next couple of days? Are you aware? Today starts Biketoberfest. Did you know this? Did you? All right, so it starts today. Give me a second. Letting the graphic load itself up. Okay, so for Daytona Beach today, where do we look temperature-wise? Here's a look at the 12-hour forecast for today in Daytona Beach, all right? Lunchtime temperature about 75 degrees. Oh, we'll get to about 80 or so this afternoon, give or take, kind of depending on exactly where you are, but it's just beautiful. And the next couple of days, if you're taking the motorcycle out that direction, it's beautiful for your Friday, for your Saturday, and your Sunday. But look at how pretty that is. Man, oh man. So today is looking fantastic for the opening day, bright sunshine around. Tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, fantastic. May get a few late day showers tomorrow. Not overly concerned about it, but just something we might have to kind of keep on the horizon. All right? Lisa says, I'm in Port Orange and listening to the background roar. Kind of hard to ignore Biketoberfest. Hope they all have a good time. And I hope that they're all safe too. And for those of us that are, look, I've always wanted to be a motorcyclist. I've always wanted to have a motorcycle. But I've been too afraid of the other people. So for those of us other people, let's look twice. Let's check that side mirror twice. Let's be careful. Okay? Let's keep our eyes open for these mothers and these fathers, these sons and daughters that are riding motorcycles. There's more of them around these next couple of days. Please, let's be careful. Please, please, please. Kelly says the best weather we've had in a long time for Biketoberfest or Bike Week. It typically rains. I'm loving this forecast. My brother Frank says, look twice, save a life. Yes. And that's, if I'm honest, that's why I never did the motorcycle thing. It's not because I don't think I could do it. It's because I just don't trust any other person on the road, period. Does that mean that if you drive by me, I don't trust you? Probably. But I would hope that you don't trust me either. I'm not going to be the guy that's on my cell phone driving and texting and do. But like, too many crazies. So, public service announcement, my soapbox moment, check twice, save a life. Julie says, smart motorcyclists make sure they make eye contact with the other drivers before passing. I feel that way as a pedestrian too. Like, unless I see you and you see me, I don't think you see me. You know what I mean? Like, Frank says, not my brother Frank. Frank Yek says, I got hit by a drunk driver December 20th, 2008 on my motorcycle with no helmet on. My God, Frank. With no helmet on. Wow. My God. I'm grateful that you're here with us. I cannot even imagine that. Barb says, praying for the biker's safety. My daughter is a Volusia County paramedic. Her stories convinced my husband to sell his. Barb, I can only imagine. I've got a friend who is a paramedic in Volusia. We've never talked about motorcycles specifically, but I've got to imagine that those stories are tough. Yeah. You know, particularly those without helmets, which is why as I see Frank saying that, it's like, Frank, you are one, I mean, I don't have to tell you, Frank, right? Like that, you are one lucky son of a gun. But either way, protective gear, non-protective gear, we need to be extra cautious these next couple of days, just because they're out there. So again, today's forecast, if you're heading out, oh, it is beautiful, my God. I think I'm going to do the car with the windows down. Yeah, I think so. I'm a walking miracle, they say, Frank says. Yeah, I without knowing the details of the story, Frank, I would tend to agree. Mike says, I can totally see Eric on a Harley with a custom license plate that says Campeche. Yeah, well, listen, I do have a custom license plate on my car, and let's just say that if I drive by, you'll probably have an idea that it's me. Oh, man. Lisa, I had hand surgery last year. I noticed that the doctors have the bike weeks marked on their calendars. She said they always keep some time in their schedules because they get more injuries. I don't like hearing it. I know it happens. Yeah. Julie says, I grew up riding them overseas. I wouldn't ride one here. People are crazy enough driving in cars these roads. It's true. No, it's true. Tim, wearing long pants or shorts today? So I'm wearing pants, but a couple things. I mean, it's cool outside. I would be wearing shorts otherwise, but I'm going flying today. And I wear pants. Middle of summer, I still wear pants when flying. And I always wear like, I don't know when it started, but I always wear ugly. This isn't ugly, but like I always try to wear the loudest, most gaudy type shirts I can when I fly. And I don't know why this is. I don't know when I started, but here we are. And what's super fun for me is I'm gonna be in the traffic pattern the same time as Alex Alisi in another airplane. So that's just going to be funny. I don't know. That'll just be a lot of fun. No, Frank, it's not that. You putz. Oh, man. Oh, my God, Angela. Eric's plate. WTHRNRD, weather nerd. That's so funny. It's not far from that, Angela. That's funny. It's not far from that, though. Yeah, I like that. That's very funny. Weather nerd. Why didn't I think of that? I feel like that would be cool. Why didn't I feel, Angela, I feel like weather nerd would have been a cooler license plate than what I have. Oh, well. Oh, well. Oh, man. Oh, man. Too funny. All right. Making a statement. I do. Listen, when I drive by, I'm either in real estate. No, let's see. My license plate would tell you that I'm either in finance or I'm a weather person. Wind direction. That's too funny. Eric's license plate. AMS Met. No. It's it's simpler than that. It's literally nerdy. Forecaster. That's it. That's the tweet. Although I like Weather Nerd better now. Darn it. I have Weather Lady on my license plate. Oh, that's too funny. All right. So that's where we're at. That's where we're at right now. Feeling good, looking good. It's a beautiful, beautiful, comfy forecast through today. High pressure and control. Look at what happens, though, these next couple of days. Into tomorrow, we'll start to watch a front approach us. That front is I heart Manolfi, my license plate. Oh, my God. That's so funny. You could always get another car for the Weather Nerd license plate. So I entered to get a raffle to get a Cybertruck because I think that's the only way that my wife will let me get it. Which I mean, that's an abrasive look. But anyway, if I somehow win the Cybertruck, then I will get Weather Nerd as the license plate. I'm not holding my breath, but yeah. So today's beautiful. Today's warmer. Tomorrow we start to watch this front move toward us. There could be a few showers, not a ton, okay? So notice for like Friday night football, looking beautiful, mostly dry, maybe a sprinkle. That's going to be about it, though. It's going to be beautiful for Friday night football. Oh, man. New Smyrna, Spruce Creek getting together. Gorgeous sunset. Jennifer says, check out the Rivian. There's somebody in my neighborhood has a Rivian pickup truck. It's gorgeous. It's a little out of my price range. And I'm not looking for a car. I got a car a year and a half ago, and I'm good for a while. Manolfi and I got new cars. Almost the same car. Same exact day. We were literally getting them in the same moment. What a pathetic loser group we are. I give Vault. Jones, Swakaiva looking great. High school football is fantastic. Let's look at Futurecast, though, just to double check the rain chances for tomorrow, all right? It's funny. I feel like doing Coffee Talk, if there's one thing that I've let you guys and gals in on, it's my complete ADD. We could bounce around left and right and back and forth. So through today, a couple of clouds developing, right? Nice night. Overnight tonight looking good. Tomorrow looking great. There's the front, though. 6 p.m. A couple of sprinkles maybe. That's about it. It's really not much. And then when we wake up Saturday morning, it's going to be gorgeous again. In terms of the forecast, Saturday morning, here's where we wake up, all right? After that front, 50s and 60s. Saturday afternoon, high temperatures get back into the 80s. So what we end up with here, all right, if we eyeball it on the 7-day forecast, okay, BSR boy, Oigve. I tried to say Oigevalt and Oive at the same time. So what we end up with here on the 7-day forecast, temperatures starting to get a little warmer today, getting a little warmer tomorrow. Front moves through, brings us a sprinkle or two. All right, then that drops our temperature a couple of notches Saturday afternoon, drops our temperature a couple of notches Sunday morning, and then we're back into the mid-80s, and then we just kind of level off here. All right? Kelly, our ADD works together. It's like a normal day for me. I'm just great. I've taken notice. Sonia says, Coffee Talk is just that talking. It's not always about the weather. It's whatever we decide. And I like that. So I've taken notice as I'm working on my forecast at how I don't complete one task. I start this, I start that. I get everything started. And then at the end, it's like, okay, I got to finish this. I got to finish that. I got to finish. That's odd, right? But if you're ADD, then you're ADD. As Mike says, squirrel. Yeah. Terry, thought I had COVID a few days ago, but negative. Positive for strep. Oh. Listen, adults can get strep. Look, Kellyanne Class had strep this week. She's like, where would that have come from? You know, coffee talk seems like we have no coffee sometimes too. So much truth to that. Florida Man 2.0. Speaking of which, Campeche. Oh man, today's coffee's good. Yeah. All right. So 7-day forecast also looking good. Now, if you remember, we had talked about this next front coming in around Halloween. Hopefully, maybe bringing us a little taste of cooler air. Shall we look at the latest GFS and see if we're in luck? Let's look. I haven't looked at this yet this morning. You ready? Let's look together. Not bad. Not bad. So, latest GFS starting to bring that thought back in. So, we've got, some lovely weather the next couple of days, getting a little warmer this weekend. Now, the GFS isn't really picking up on that front for Saturday, Sunday, interestingly enough. I think that's wrong. I mean, that's 86 and 87. We'll go back to the GFS in a minute, but it looks like we're getting a front. So right off the bat, I don't think that GFS is handling at least this weak front. Or, interestingly enough, maybe this weak front starts to stall out a bit. We'll have to do some analyzation on that. Christy says ADD, right? Yep. Yeah. Coming to Orlando next weekend, Mike says, need cool weather for my panda costume. Oh my God. Slit a hole in the mouth area to drink a beer without removing the headpiece. That is the way to do it. I'm still going to be wearing my Peter Pan tights. Sweating my tuchus off. Hopefully not, but, we'll see. So interestingly enough, I will tell you that this 7-day forecast is a little warmer than my 7-day forecast was yesterday, which tells me that maybe that GFS is onto something and maybe we're not looking at as aggressive as a front. Overwhelmingly, this front this weekend has been backing off. I personally hope we don't hit 86, 87, but we'll see. That's trending that way. And then the model's kind of saying, all right, we'll drop off maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday with another front. That makes sense. This makes sense with a little bit of a front around Halloween or a couple of days before. That makes sense. So we'll see. European model temperatures. Let's check that. All right. So Euro is kind of saying, yeah, that makes a little more sense. That makes a little more sense. So I'm kind of okay with the Euro. We know you just want to wear tights. Is it bad that I'm like excited? Listen, is it bad that I'm excited because I've never done it before and I'm like, I'm going to look ridiculous? But I feel like you go through several phases of Halloween, and correct me if I'm wrong. Okay. So you've got the childhood phase where you are so excited to wear whatever you're destined to wear. I will wear this and that's what I'm doing. Right? Then you go through the phase of like, I'm going to be a bumblebee. But is it a sexy bumblebee? Like in college, that's what you're doing. I'm going to be a police officer. But is it a sexy police officer? Right? Like you're doing that phase. And then you stop doing it. And then you have kids. And then you're like, well now, my children have chosen our theme. So, okay, he wants to be Captain. My son wants to be Captain Hook. Alexander was supposed to be Peter Pan. He made the decision to be the alligator. Okay, so that leaves me as Peter Pan. I was assigned Peter Pan. So why not try to just be ridiculous? Like, I feel like that's the part of my life I'm in. It's not a sexy Peter Pan. It's ridiculous Peter Pan. So why would I not do the tights? Because I'm supposed to be ridiculous. It's like last year I was Darth Vader. So I bought a Darth Vader t-shirt and a Darth Vader mask. I'm trying to be ridiculous. I think she's either Tinkerbell or Wendy. I think she's Wendy, Frank. I think she's Wendy. Could be Tinkerbell though. Don't tell her I don't know. I just barely keep my head on straight. I don't know. Taylor, you're right. It's not a sexy Peter Pan. Believe me in tights is not going to be a sexy Peter Pan. It's going to be ridiculous. There you go, Mike. We're men in tights. Yeah, I got the reference. Ridiculous. That's the phase. So no matter what we do in the future, my kids don't know this yet, but it's going to be ridiculous. Jackie, never stop Halloween. I hand out candy to everyone at my door, costume or not, young or old. It's time to be fun and goofy, and everyone accepts it this one day. I would agree with that. I'm also starting my projection show. I'm going to try and do my projection show for the first time tonight. So that'll be fun. Yeah. Personally, I'm glad neither child wants to be Tinkerbell. Well, yeah, there's that. Yeah. I found a Little John from Robin Hood Men in Tights one year. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. That's so funny. Paul says, good morning from a beautiful and sunny Boston. 50 degrees. My flowers are still in bloom. The leaves haven't started to change color yet. Thank you very much, Paul. I appreciate it. I did Undead Alice one year. I did a fake. Oh, wow. That's a lot, Taylor. But I would expect nothing less from you. Love it. I love it. Traveling to Los Cabos, Mexico. What's the projection for Hurricane Norma? Ay vey. I have not looked at any Pacific hurricane stuff, but here, I'll dial something up real quick for you. All right, let's make the sausage together. All right, you want Norma? Give me a minute. The banner's not going to have it because I didn't dial it in. That. Hold on. It's thinking. Let it think. Let the computer think. Honestly, though, why are you taking so long to think? Come on. Pacific. It's like, oh, you did not just click Pacific. It's thinking. Let it think. All right. Pacific. All right. So there's the Norma forecast. Wow, that's a beast. Honest to God, I knew it was out there, but I've not looked at any of the projections. So weakening as it comes into the Baja of California and eventually becoming a tropical storm as it kind of moves in. So there you go. I think Paul is actually Beth using Paul's account. Oh, could be. Yeah. John's asking, what are the water temperatures around Florida? Upper 70s off of our beaches. So they're definitely cooling down. I hope you'll furnish us with photos. Oh, absolutely. We like weather sausage being made. Yeah, well, and it's sometimes you get a graphic like this that's very clearly not built correctly. Yeah, spawning hurricanes. No. So if you're wearing tights, you may probably not want cooler temps. Listen, I'm not trying to show off to anybody. Yeah, locked down the wife years ago. There's nothing impressive about this cottage cheese situation, okay? It's already going to be bad. Nobody's going to want to look at any of it. Oh, good gravy. I think I'm going to be Gandalf. Oh, Bruce, that's kind of fun, actually. Is it bad that even if you're kidding, I feel like that could be fun? That could be a lot of fun. Could that cross into the Gulf? Well, let's look at the models. All right, so there's the forecast path and my halfway built graphic. So let's look at some models together, okay? Checking the tropics. Here's the GFS. High pressure is weakening. Yeah, it's definitely got that front and all the frontal energy staying well north of us. So not really excited. There's Tammy, bottom right corner of your screen. Yeah, not really doing much with that. Tammy moving away. Look at that. You see where the CO and coffee talk is? Look at that little Pacific something. Going across and into the Gulf. The Bay of Campeche. Lowered pressure kind of over the Western Gulf there. That's November 3rd. But if you remember, the models do have, or at least the BSR had, like November 2nd, 3rd, 4th time frame. Something around this area. So there's something there. That's the GFS. Let's switch over to the European. The European still showing that front and the lowered pressure coming a little closer to us. There's Tammy on the right. High pressure building in. Weak unorganized low there. You see that? That's around October 27th, 28th, 29th. It's unorganized, but Cuba to like the Turks, Caicos, Bahamas. Interesting. Let's go a little further out. Kind of out to our east, and then a decent front. That's October. That's Halloween morning. Halloween during the day, a front moving through Central Florida, according to the European. And then clearing out and sweeping that moisture right on out of here. High pressure building in. Interesting. Interesting. Enjoy this beautiful weather, Debbie says, and have a good day. You as well, Debbie. Have a good day. It's going to be a beautiful day, isn't it? Yeah. Ooh, Marquise just made this graphic. Kind of interesting. This is the, squirrel. I have not independently verified this, but apparently there's a meteor shower. September through November, the Ornids. I'm so not good at meteor showers, y'all. I'm just not. But there you go. That's an interesting new graphic that I would have never even thought of. I'm not good. I need to get a telescope, so I need to look. And then I can get into this nerdy stuff as well. All right, BSR time, friends. Let's start with the maps and just kind of go over what has already happened. BSR, if you're unfamiliar, by the way, this is one of our long-range forecasting techniques. Let me grab my phone. Basically, it's a teleconnection between the Bering Sea and the United States. So, using a teleconnection, the idea is a little storm system coming in from the Gulf. That's October 10th, which would lead it to a storm system around the 27th. So right around Halloween week, bringing down some cooler air. And then a big old cold front. Big old cold front moving through around the 12th. Around the 29th, 30th. So around Halloween, we should have a big old cold front. That's a big old cold front. So there it is. And then some sort of a little storm system off of, that's a month. That's going to be, that has the markings to me of like a severe weather kind of event, whether it's tropical or not. Northern Gulf, and that would be around November 1st, November 2nd. Yeah, November 1st, November 2nd, that time frame. That's a cold pattern, and that's a stormy one. November 2nd, November 3rd area, I would say we're going to be, still on par to be watching for a severe weather threat around that time frame. And I know that we've been looking at that and we've been tracking that for, I feel like some weeks, right? It's been some time. Then as that moves through, high pressure builds in. Another cold front starts approaching. Turn this around. All right. That'll be an interesting little pattern there. That's October 21st. Around the November 7th time frame, maybe get some cooler, an elongated stretch of cooler air as the storm system sits off of our east coast. Then there's another deep area of low pressure that kind of rides along the northern Gulf Coast. Like around November 16th, November 17th. Yeah, so it looks like we, and I know that this, every time I look at the BSR, I've kind of been consistently saying this, but that's the truth. What I'm seeing is it looks like, to me, we're going to have a pretty active winter period in Central Florida. It just looks that way. Tad says, Space Weather has a mailing list. Yeah, I probably should sign up for that. Probably should. Stacy said, Stacy and Gary hope we do not have a bad weather this year. Listen, when it comes to winter and spring, I'm going to expect us to have a pretty active stretch just because we keep seeing these indications on the BSR for storm systems to move through. Now, the next front comes through tomorrow. GFS doesn't even think it's going to come through. BSR still shows it not being a very powerful front, but a front nonetheless. But, you know, maybe just before Halloween and then just after Halloween. But yeah, El Nino equals active for sure. Yeah. All right. What do you mean, Mike? What do you mean? All right, so that's our 7-day forecast. Questions, comments, concerns, anything, anybody, everybody, anybody, anything? It's too far to see Thanksgiving weekend. Yeah, right now, what did I say? The end of October is about, mid-November is as far out as we can go for the BSR for now. So we're not quite to Thanksgiving yet. Stacy Gary, I don't want snow. I don't see snow in our Central Florida forecast. And if we do, it'll be like a flurry. And every now and then, you know, particularly in El Nino years, we can get a wet snowflake in Florida. No sticking, though. Yeah. I think we might be going into a neutral season next, and if those water temps don't go down, look out, big problems. We'll have to listen. You know, even being that we're in an El Nino season right now, like, it's really important to note, there's certain things that you just can't count on. Like El Nino did not squash hurricane season. Look at the season by the numbers. We have 2 names left, Vince and Whitney. So even if it was an El Nino year, you had a ton of stuff. We look at the scorecard, like, look at by the numbers. You know, 25 invests, 14 tropical or subtropical storms, 3 hurricanes, 3 major hurricanes. It's been a season. It's been an active one. Yeah. Dude, you are the best. Oh, Junior Anthony, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, Florida snow. Half the time it's just breezy sprinkles, like misty rain that people see in a street light, and they're like, hey, look, it's snow. And it's like, it's 50 degrees outside. That isn't snow. But it looks like snow. I digress. All right. Any questions, comments, concerns? Anything? You good? Are you good? I'm good. I'm going to go flying today, guys. If you live around Sanford, you might see me flying a Cessna. I'm so excited. I don't have time to... Yukon says, so much going on. I don't have time to troll Eric or any of the rest of you. Oh, Yukon, I hope that you get your time back soon. We need the trolling. All right. Be good, everybody. Be the sunshine in someone else's day. Thank you for hanging out for Coffee Talk. Glad we've got some great weather. Let's keep it going. We'll see y'all tomorrow morning on the social channels. I'll be tweeting and all that fun stuff later on. Take care. Oh, get out of here, Taylor. Bye, y'all.